Well, it's great to be here again, as always. I want to thank the RMAC, like everybody else does. This has just continued to be a great event for this conference and how it promotes our athletes and everybody. I do want to thank Eric, especially, as Marty mentioned, he's wore a lot of hats the last couple of months, being the media guy and now interim commissioner. In order to pull this off is huge with all the work, and I want to thank him for all the behind-the-scenes stuff that he's done. You know, we're really looking forward to the 2013 season. I think when you look at it, yeah, we might have snuck up on some people, but people are going to know where we're at this year, and that's not going to happen. So our second year is going to be tougher than our first year, and we're looking forward to that challenge. It's nice to get that first season under your belt. You know, you go into the RMAC. I knew, being a former coach up here, seeing what the RMAC was about, having a history, it took some time for our athletes to understand, hey, the caliber of athletes that we're playing against, the teams that we're playing against, you look at Pueblo to Shatter and all the way across the board, Adams, the way they played last year, and everybody that's come along in the last few years. It took that opportunity for us to play that first year, go to all the places, and see what it's like. We're also very excited as a university to now be full-fledged members of NCAA Division II. It's been 3 years, actually it's been probably closer to 5 years of working to this goal of being full-fledged members. We were told basically the first part of July we are now in, and that was a great goal and a great stepping stone for us as a university. As our AD, Jed Albers, said, though, it's not really the finish line, it's more of the starting line for us. And so we still have a lot of work to do, and we know there's challenges ahead in all of our athletics, but in football as well. A couple of things I want to touch on before I talk about the team is we are very excited about a lot of things going on at our university at Black Hills State, but more than anything is our renovations we're doing to Lyle Stadium. I think you guys that come up and play this year are going to see an outstanding product. We've partnered with GeoSurfaces and Daktronics to bring in a brand new artificial surface along with the state-of-the-art video board, which is going to be just outstanding and a great thing for the atmosphere and the things that it brings to our university. That basically came about in conjunction with our administration, Dr. Kay Schellenkamp, Jed Albers, Tim Collins, our Director of Development, and then also all the support we had in the community came together to make that happen. And you guys that come up, and in a couple years, everybody will be up there, and we're excited to showcase that and have everybody there. Like everybody, you know, we have very high expectations for this season. You know, with the way we finished last year, 3 straight wins, we want that momentum to carry over into what we're trying to do and how we're trying to build our program from the ground up. We did lose 13 seniors. You don't replace those guys, and the leadership that they brought to us and the things that they did in our first year, I thought was outstanding. You know, at one point in the year, you know, we had 1 win. Along with 7 losses, and it's pretty easy to keep going down, and our guys wouldn't let that happen. They kept forging on and doing the things that they needed to do to get us to finish strong in the end of that year. We're going to look towards our 12 seniors this year and 33 letter winners to kind of keep us rolling and get that base and understand that, hey, it's not going to be easy. You have to play week in and week out. And there is no slouch opponent in this conference. And we saw that last year, and it's going to be no different this year. And every week's going to be just as tough. When we look at our offense and our defense, I want to start with our defense. We were hit very hard by graduation. We lost 9 seniors. Once again, when you lose that much talent and that much experience, you know, it's going to be hard to replace some of those guys. When we look at it, we need some of our young players to step up. We have... When you look at our defensive secondary, that's probably right now our strength. You know, we've always kind of been really strong in the linebacking core, but we play a 3-linebacker set. We graduated 4 linebackers, so we're going to be looking for some depth there. But in our secondary, guys like Austin Haynes, Neil Novak, we're going to be looking for those to be leaders, not only in our secondary, but as well as in our defense as a whole. Also, with the addition of Brian Baldwin, he was a junior college transfer. He gives us some depth at the corner position. In the linebacking position, like I said, we're going to be young and inexperienced. We're going to be looking at guys like Trent Boner, guys like him, along with Michael Oberle, who's coming off an ACL surgery, actually his second one in 2 years. He moved from basically safety down to linebacker. We're going to be looking for him to step up, and Jeremy Tootin. Jeremy's another one who's had injury problems. If we can keep him healthy, you know, those 3 guys are going to do some things and hopefully add some depth and get us to where we can get going in that linebacking core. D-line, we lost a lot of guys at graduation. Sterling Boylan was an all-conference performer. We did get back Michael Pollock this year. And as Marty said, it all starts in the middle. Michael will be our nose tackle. He's from Bailey, Colorado. And along him, with some of our younger guys, we're looking for some of those guys to step up, some freshmen that need to step up and do some great things for us. Offensively, Ward Anderson, our quarterback, really starting to come into his own. At the end of the year, started playing really well at a high level, which you need your quarterback to do, there's no doubt. He's been doing some great things in the offseason, getting our 7-on-7 sessions going, and really being a leader, which you need. And coming into his junior season, we're going to look to him very heavily as a catalyst for our offense. Briar DeSanti, who you'll see here later on today, Marino, Colorado. Briar's kind of a scat back type. We'll put him out as a receiver. We'll put him in the backfield, motion him in a lot of different ways. We got to find ways to get him the football. He's a very elusive, very quick kid. I'm very excited that we have turf because he's a different kid on turf. So that makes a huge difference for us. Also, we get back Drew Nielsen. Drew Nielsen was gone last year due to an ACL injury. He's a bigger type back, which we kind of missed last year. Didn't have kind of that bruiser or that guy that can kind of get in the trenches. And so we need somebody like Drew to come in there and do that. So we have some younger guys that are going to add some depth with that as well as we look through it. Offensive line-wise, that's where, like we all say, that's where it starts. And we have 6 guys that have starting experience in the offensive line. That's huge for us. We need those guys to gel together. You look at DJ Tocek, he's a returning all-conference performer. He's going to be a leader of that group. And there's multiple others that we're looking to step up and really kind of come together and get us that offensive line that we need to be able to move the football on a consistent basis. On the receiving corps, probably one of the biggest additions we have is Luke Whalen. Luke Whalen comes back to us after a 2-year hiatus in the military. He was over in Afghanistan. Number one, first and foremost, we want to thank him for that, but we're very excited to get him back just with us, and safe and healthy. But he really had a great spring, really didn't miss a beat. Just came back, and you just don't know how they're going to do after being that long in layoff. But he came back, I just think, reinvigorated and energized and really had a great spring. He's going to be a leader of our wide receiver corps. Special teams, we are going to be young. That's about the best way I could explain it. We graduated 2 seniors, 1 kicker and a punter, and so we're going to be looking at Gunnar Adine and let's see, I can't remember our other kid. We got Christian Parr from Forsyth, Montana. 2 freshmen that we're going to rely on heavily to be our kickers this year. And it's going to be a battle, and we're very excited to see what they can do, come in and do that for us. In the punting department, we're looking at about a 3-man race of some newcomers and some veterans that are going to come in and take over those punting duties. And special teams is a big part of it. We always say it's a third of it, and no doubt it is. There's some things last year that in special teams we got to make sure that we don't allow punt returns, and we make sure that we can do those things. And also, it can be a great momentum changer for you if you have some big plays. Once again, like I said, we're very excited and looking forward to this year. There's no doubt we're going to have our challenges. Everybody's going to be nobody's going to take us for granted, and our second year is going to be tougher than our first. But our staff and our players are looking forward to that challenge and looking forward to this year as we kick off San Angelo on September 5th. Any questions? Thank you.